From groups that give back to our very own angels in LA, this is your guide to all things local and uplifting the LA Unscripted way. Neighbors helping neighbors, strangers supporting strangers. When times are tough, the City of Angels knows how to step up. Welcome to LA Unscripted. I'm Dana Devin, and there are so many reasons why I love this town, but one stands out. If you look around, you'll find a helping hand.
The Eden fires not only burned down thousands of homes and businesses in Altadena, but also schools like the Pasadena Rosebud Academy, which now has a temporary home.
A year ago, the Eden fire burned our school to the ground, and as a result, we had 175 students who were without a school. We initially took our kids on field trips while we were trying to find somewhere for us to relocate, and then we were blessed with a place out in South Central, the Beehive. They welcomed us in for 2-3 weeks. And then we were able to secure a place here in Pasadena, and we're co-locating at Don Benito Elementary. Rosebud Academy is a purpose-driven school that is serving students in grades TK through 8th grade, and we are a high-performing charter school that is closing the achievement gap. We serve students of color, and we are ensuring that our students get a lead in life, an opportunity to achieve success in the future. We had a large percentage of our students who lost homes as well as the school, and some of the families had to move out of the area. The ones who came back with us, they had a family and a community who shared their experience.
It felt pretty sad, but I'm still okay.
The students are very resilient, and so they've adapted really well to everything that we've gone through. Last year it was a little challenging because we were sharing classrooms. I know that the teachers are really committed to the work that we've been doing, and we're just going to get back on track.
All right, what is the difference of 25 and 24? Moncio, go for it.
How grateful are the students to have their own space again?
Oh my gosh, they are so grateful. The teachers are grateful, the staff is grateful, and it just kind of makes the process a little easier, the learning environment more conducive to, teaching and learning.
I'm really happy to be at a new school since the fire happened, but at least we're okay. I'm fine with it.
Go ahead and erase. We're gonna do 4 questions with our groups. Honestly, they've been persevering. I feel like, yes, obviously the environment has changed, but we do such a good job at adapting. They jump right on it. It's like the old Rosebud here. We do such a good job being together and making sure our community supports us and everything.
So what are the plans now moving forward to rebuild?
Well, right now we are looking to garnish funding for our rebuild and really find a place for us to put a new building for ourselves.
And the kids are helping with that process.
And so each class is putting together a model school so that we can manifest a new building for ourselves. And so parents are helping with that.
Some of my favorite parts are the pool in the back and the little playground, and they have a little cafeteria that's really cute.
That's really cute. And
I really like the flowers.
We don't know what the long-term effect will be of the trauma of kids, but we are again providing mental health services and doing our due diligence to support them as best we can.
Sometimes it's to aid after Mother Nature strikes. Sometimes it's to provide a place of solace. At this next spot, compassion is the foundation all year round.
The heart of LA Unscripted has always been about bringing communities together, just like the work of world-renowned artist Robert Vargas. Today, he's painting a new story here at Project Angel Food. Color me excited.
I never imagined doing anything else but being an artist. My earliest recollections of life were creating and making mark as an infant. Doing what I love and pursuing my passion and dreams that's taken me around the world, and to be able to have something to say creatively, showing representation, bringing unity and cultures together is really rewarding. This mural right behind me is entitled Nourishing the Community, and it's anchored by this woman who is this idealized version of the maize goddess. And in Mesoamerican culture, it's really the foundation of nourishment, and she is nourishing the community, holding a basket of vegetables and fruit and a corn stalk, and she is kind of surrounded by people, real people who work in the kitchen, preparing meals for people who are underserved. With Project Angel Food, food is love, and how can that not be reflected in the imagery that I'm showing here, especially utilizing people who work in the kitchens, who are volunteering, and they are actively participating in helping communities and loving on people through food and support. So they go hand in hand.
Just to throw it out there, we're very high up right now. Are you ever afraid of the heights?
No, I think you get used to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I appreciate you bringing me all the way up here.
Absolutely.
But we got an extra close-up look of this mural. We have to talk about her. Who is she?
She is really inspired by the moment and where we are, not only here in Los Angeles, but in the country. She represents permanence and representation and the indigenous culture that is really, really specific to this area. Her hair was originally going to be pushed back, but you know, when you think about the message that I'm trying to put out there of unity, when you think of a strand of hair, it's pretty weak, it's kind of brittle, but when you put many strands of hair together and braid it, it's strong.
And I noticed that there's no like stencil or mark out on the wall. You're literally freehanding this with an image on your phone. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, that's the way I work. It allows me to just be free. I've always painted from sight, so it feels very natural for me. I hope that when people see my work on this wall, they feel inspired, they feel empowered, and they feel like just proud Angelinos, and they want to be able to support Project Angel Food.
Mother Teresa once said, "It's not how much we give, but how much love we put into giving." And this next spot overflows with love.
All the muscles in our face are gonna start warming up.
Parkinson's disease, it's one of the biggest neurological diseases out there right now. And the mission of Rocksteady Boxing is to empower people with Parkinson's disease to fight back against their toughest opponent so they can have a life of health, happiness, and hope.
Right, left, right. Open those fingers.
It is a non-contact boxing program. But the same things that a boxer needs to be successful in the ring, they need balance, they need speed, they need reaction time, mental focus, is what Parkinson's disease is trying to steal from the person with Parkinson's. The Rocksteady Boxing method has been scientifically proven since 2006 to decrease current symptoms, delay further progression of the disease, and with a lot of hard work can also reverse some of the symptoms.
So about 3 years ago, my dad was diagnosed. He was having trouble moving his arms and legs. And about 3 years ago, I started volunteering.
Come on, John. You got it, John. Come on.
When I was little, I used to do Taekwondo, and he used to help me train. And so now he's able to spar with me and I'm able to spar with him at home. So it kind of brings me back to something that I used to love when I was little, and I just love being with my father.
Ready, go.
What have you noticed improvement-wise?
His strength in his arms and legs. If I think about going back 3 years, he was barely able to walk around the house, and he just did a 5K about a month ago.
Jab! Jab! Jab!
I was ashamed of what I have, the disease that I have. I still was very unbalanced. I'm losing a little bit my voice because of my vocal cord. They are helping me mentally, physically, and I have a new family.
The first transformation we see is people coming in scared and sad and leaving feeling empowered and hopeful and smiling and happy.
While these boxers are working up a sweat in Westlake Village, other virtual classes have fighters logging on worldwide. Come take a look.
Cross, hook, hook, uppercut, uppercut, step back.
One of the biggest symptoms of Parkinson's disease is a feeling of isolation and depression. Let's go! So the first thing we do is create a community of a fighting family where people can learn that they are not alone.
He has not missed a day of gym. Doing amazing, yeah!
I have to beat this Parkinson. I'm gonna beat the Parkinson. I promise you I will. I'm gonna fight until I can breathe.
Coming up, more local spots dedicated to giving back. LA Unscripted will be right back. Welcome back to LA Unscripted. Tonight we are sharing all the local spots that are committed to community. And this next address is making a real difference.
I've never thought anything like this could bring people so much closer together, but it really is so beautiful. So I founded Altadena Music Theater in 2021. Basically, it was pandemic, and so everyone was holed up in their houses, not connecting at all. I discovered this really beautiful amphitheater in Altadena at the Charles Farnsworth Amphitheater. They do summer concerts there. They host lots of events there for the community, and I thought it would be a perfect place to do musical theater and gather our community together to make art. And there's a ton of artists in Altadena. When I created the theater company, we put on these adult musicals, but we also teach the children. So we have these youth educational outreach opportunities. We were putting on these big productions in the park. We did hair and cabaret, Guys and Dolls most recently, and we had a few thousand people come to each production, and it was really special. And so right now that theater was part of the Eaton Fire. Theater burnt down. I live about a block away from the theater, so my home also is gone, along with all of the props and costumes and sets, and every piece of equipment that we've built over the last few years was also part of the devastation there. Many people involved in our company, our board directors, our art department, many actors displaced, lost homes. It's tragic. So all of us are spread out right now in different short-term living situations. We have this enormous amount of support and love that have shown up for us, from our GoFundMe, through people all over the country, through our immediate neighbors and friends and family, everybody wanting to show love and support and how they can help. And it's what's keeping me going right now mentally. Cinevita is this beautiful home that we're sitting here, this beautiful tent. They are the For the Record group. They were the first people that I really met in Los Angeles when I moved here over 10 years ago. I moved to Altadena in 2021, I instantly fell in love with Altadena. There's these beautiful 100-year-old homes, farmhouses. I lived on an acre. We had 11 chickens. We had tons of fruit trees that we were growing our own beautiful garden. People are really connected to nature in Altadena. It was an instant falling in love with that space, and which makes it even harder now to think about that it's all gone. But we're all determined to hopefully bring Altadena back and bring that special, unique place back.
We have to take another break, but we still have more angels in LA to introduce you to, so stick around. Welcome back to LA Unscripted. With nearly 4 million people living in the City of Angels, you don't have to go far to find the helpers. Hi everyone, I'm here with Tyler the Realtor. We're in the village at the Palisades. It has been almost a year since the devastating fires that affected Los Angeles. It's been almost a year. What progress have we made so far?
So the progress has been quite encouraging. This was one of the most devastating wildfires in U.S. history. To give you some context, over 16,000 structures burned to the ground from Malibu to Pacific Palisades to Altadena. There are significant challenges. That is indeed the hard part. Once lots were cleared and debris was cleared and the area was ready for rebuilding, the hard part started. And there's a myriad of challenges. You're dealing with thousands of different properties with their own owners, their own architects, their own insurance issues, their own permitting issues.
Okay, you can see the construction behind me, meaning rebuilding is underway in the Pacific Palisades. Altadena also progressing, but in Malibu, it's an entirely different case altogether.
In Pacific Palisades and Altadena, you have your first fire rebuild home complete with a certificate of occupancy, with hundreds more on the way, currently under construction. In Malibu, however, there's only one home currently under construction, and 16, as of December, only 16 permitted to start construction. You're not only dealing with a city building department, but you also have state-level institutions, the Coastal Commission, that have to weigh in and approve permits, which makes it much more challenging and slows the process down. So for the homeowners that lost their homes in Malibu, it's really a waiting game. Do they have the financial means to be able to wait and see that home be rebuilt, or do they need to sell it off?
What will we see in the next year?
Despite the tragedy that occurred here with these devastating fires, this is a uniquely historical moment for the city of LA and Southern California in general. We're going to see hundreds of new homes in Palisades, hundreds in Altadena, and less in Malibu. Will it return to what it was before the fire? No. That's going to be several years. We're looking at 5 to 10 years until it feels normal again.
I love this quote by Charles Dickens. No one is useless in this world who lightens the burdens of another. And this next local spot is showing how they're doing just that.
Ready? On your mark, get set, go.
Los Angeles, California, you know, the housing crisis, and then subsequently the sort of unhoused population has grown, and it impacts me. We want to contribute as small or as large as we possibly can, and we're just excited to be partnered with Nino because they are doing that. They're boots on the ground.
Nino stands for Northeast Neighborhood Outreach, and we're a group of volunteers that go out in the communities of Eagle Rock and Highland Park in Northeast LA, and we do outreach to unhoused individuals in our area, so our neighbors, and we go visit them, say hi, ask them if they need anything, bring some food and water, and just check in and see how they're doing. Community to me means just supporting supporting each other, people supporting people, supporting the people that you live around.
Highland Park Brewery is a brewery in Northeast Los Angeles. We have 2 facilities. Our main one's in Chinatown. It has a kitchen, full operating brewery, and a tap room and patio for our customers to enjoy. When you open a business, you have an impact on both yourself, the employees, and the surrounding community. If we can somehow have a positive impact on the most vulnerable in our community, and I think that is something that drew us to Nino. My partner Tiff started volunteering with them. I think we both really have a heart for the unhoused. I think it's, you know, it's like they are the most vulnerable in our community, and we just want to impact them positively.
Visiting the folks that we visit, I don't want to necessarily say like we help their lives and their lives are so much improved. Like, it really is truly just checking in on people. It's just another human connection, which we all need.
What do hygiene kits consist of?
Toilet paper, wet wipes, I believe that's shampoo, some conditioner, body lotion, some face and body bars, lip balm, toothpaste, toothbrushes, floss. We've got some razors and teeny tiny deodorants.
This is all like very essential stuff. I love a friendly competition. I have to make a competition out of everything. So we're gonna play a little game. The person who wins gets a beer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw it out there. First person to get 2 bags filled is the ultimate winner. That was harder than we thought, but we got 4 packs packed in like 10 seconds.
You know, it's been called the city of dreams, but it's also the city of heart because so many people do so much for everyone in this community. Thank you guys for spending this half hour with us. And if there's a local organization you'd like us to visit, email us at launscripted@ktla.com. Good night, everyone. Mwah.